morning. I am having a blessed morning. So we're going to get into this topic, and this topic is really important. This is to all of the indigenous people of the earth, especially of the West. We just going to focus on the West. The indigenous people of the earth, the indigenous people of the West that we call America, that the Almighty talks about us in scriptures and how He purified and blessed this land that we call America and is holy. It's an actual true fact. But I want to talk about when there was no religion. There was no religion. It just was a way of upping God right one way, of worshiping the Alpha Omega, the creator every day in existence. I want to talk about that. And I want to give a little facts on how the creator, right, give us information where that we can research and to find out exactly who you are. He does not go into details. You know, some people want him to go into details on who we are or what we was before, right? So we're going to break this down from a spiritual point of view, a spiritual guided point of view, a spiritual understanding, so that we can get things in a proper perspective and bring forth facts based on spirituality with a little help from the Alpha Omega, the creator everything in existence, with a little help of scriptures, right? So hold on one second. Let me show you what I'm reading. This is the Quran. This is the Yusuf Ali version. I love this version. Yusuf Ali, I recommend that you do get the Quran so that you can follow me through, right? And I use this Quran on a daily basis, and I'm going to use certain chapters and verses to prove my point, basically, right? But right now, we're going to focus on the up and God right one, and we're going to focus on the east and west, right? And I'm going to demonstrate certain things, right? So we're going to read. Hold on one second. Okay, we're going to read, right? Which is really important, okay? So, this is chapter 2, verse 177, right? Chapter 2, verse 177. So I'm going to read the Arabic, right? I got to read the whole thing there. I just can't take a portion of it and then read it and then basically prove my point. But no, I got to read the whole entire thing, and I'm just going to take portions of it to show you what the creator is talking about, right? So I'm going to read the Arabic first. And then I'm going to read it in English. Oh, thank you so much. You are, well, that's a little private right there. Butterfly, yeah, butterfly, yes, that's a little private, you know. But thank you so much that you are where you at and you are watching me, listening to me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. You don't have to be here on this beautiful Friday. So I'm gonna get into this right now. It says, now I'm gonna read it slow, okay? It says, Laysa biwa an tuwa lu waju hakum ki ba la Mashriqin wal Maghribi wala ki labari man amana billahi wal yawmi akhir wal malaika is angels, while kitab means book, well, right? While nabi means messengers, right? Wa antal mala Allah yujihi dal wil ko na wal yata tam ma wal ma sa'i na wab nasabi li wasa i lina wa fi ki kabi wa ka masa lat ta wa ana nan zaka wal mu funa bi ga di hin ida na ha do wasabi wi na fi basa in wadda wa in wahinal basi ulaika ladi na sadakum wa ulaika humul muttaqun. Okay, I'm going to read it in English. It says, "It is not righteous that ye turn your face towards the east or west, but it is righteous to believe in the Almighty, the last day, the angels, the books, and the messengers," right? To spend of your substance out of love for the Almighty, for your kin, for the orphan, for the needy, for the wafer, for those who ask, and for the ransom of servants, to be steadfast in prayer and practice regular charity, to fulfill the contract which you have made, and to be firm and patient in pain and suffering and adversity. And throughout all periods of panic, such are the people of true God-fearing. Surely the Creator speaks the truth. He surely speaks the truth. In my thumbnail, it shows a father and son praying, right? And it's salam. When the Muslim prayer is over, they salam, right? They salam to the west, they salam to the east. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. They salam out. The Creator's here, in there, saying, it is not righteous that you turn your faces towards the east or west, right? The first place that you turn is to the west and then to the east. You don't do this and do that. And when you are Muslim, you'll all go salam out in the same direction. The same direction, to the west, to the east, to the west, to the east. Now, there's a point where I'm getting at, right? It is not righteous that you turn your face towards the east and west, but it is righteous to believe in the Almighty. What he's saying, that these places are holy. He made them holy, right? He made them holy. He made them holy. He made him holy and gifted. He put extra blessing, extra protection, extra wisdom and understanding in these lands. We know it to mean the West, meaning America. America is a blessed land. America is a gifted land. America is a holy land. And the first people in creation was the indigenous people. That is us. We are the descendants. I'm talking about us. We was the first people in creation. We was the first people to worship the Alpha, Omega, and never associate partners with him. We was the first people that you call Muslim when there wasn't no name of Muslim. We are called the Uply God Right One. Means submission to the will of the Alpha, Omega, the highest form of creation is the Alpha, Omega, the Almighty. We worship him on a daily basis, which he endured with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and special abilities. This is an actual true fact. This bloodline. This is an actual true fact. Before there was a religion of Islam, there was no religion. There was no scriptures. There was no books. So we uphold the belief in the oneness and the Alpha, Omega, the creating everything existing over here in the West, the West, the West. This is what he's talking about. This is what he's talking about. He's talking about, right, before the flood and after the flood. Before the flood and after the flood, he is talking about the West. Because after the flood, we came back here. Before the flood, we was here already. When he separated the earth and he separated everything, right? And now, he separated everything. We came back to the West. We was already here in the West. So after the flood and after coming out the ark, we came back here to the West. During Noah time and before Noah time. You see, we are the descendants. We never changed. Our pigmentation never changed. Our pigmentation and our melanin never changed. We always remain the same pigmentations, right? So remember, the earth was one. It was only one. It was one way of life. One way of life. To worship the Alpha Omega, there was one civilization of people, the same pigmentation, right? That did not speak, that did not write. We talk telepathically to each other, and we talk and we use telekinesis with one another. We did not write. It was forbidden. It was forbidden to speak back then. This was during the ancient time, way before Noah too, way before Noah, right? So this was the teaching to worship the Alpha Omega, to believe in one creator. We always knew that there was one creator because we stayed in constant worship of him, and we stayed in constant communication with him. It was an open door. It was open freely to transform our spirit in and out the earth and beyond the earth. Remember, we not from the earth. We from up there, so we know that. And how we fell was through trickery with this entity, by befriending this entity. This is an actual fact. Now that we know this, as descendants know that, it's time for us to get back to where we need to get back. But the belief of one actual creator came from us, the original people, the indigenous people of the earth. In creation, the first people in creation, that's us. It's an actual true fact. So after the flood, everybody spread it out. The creator spread everybody out. If you go in every region of the earth, there's always a dark pigmentation, a melanin people there. And through all the time, the people, right, and them procreating, right, the creator changed the color of the people. Because remember, there was only one color of people. This is why he said in scriptures that the people different later. Mankind was but of one nation, meaning one belief, one actual worship. This is way before any of these prophets, any books of knowledge. He's telling you to go out and search throughout the land. Do you understand that? He specifically blessed the Middle East and the West that we call Africa. That we call America. He blessed these places. You see, all of these places, the Middle East is the second coming of mankind. But for us, This is not the second coming. We still of the first coming. We never changed over here. We are still the same. This is why it's the big campaign to kill and destroy the descendants, right, of the ancient ancestors, because we are the descendants of the actual, right, ancestors. We are the descendants of the actual creator, the original. We are the original. This is an actual true fact. This is why Big came to sell drugs and kill each other and murder each other and plague each other with difficulties and darkness upon darkness as an overspreader to keep us dumb, deaf, and blind, so we cannot reach our full potential and reach what? Our godly lot abilities. The almighty abilities which inside of us with limitations. He placed limitations on us. This is why, so you can reach your full potential, so you cannot transfer your spirit in and out your body and use telekinesis to really communicate with each other. This is why it was a big campaign to destroy the descendants. It's the actual true fact. This is why he said, it is not righteous that ye turn your face towards the east and west, but it is righteous to believe in the Creator, to believe in the last days, to believe in the angels, the books, right? And the messengers. This is why we accepted Islam, because we knew, even though we are the first people in creation, this is why we accepted it, because we knew that it was the same teachings that our ancient ancestors taught and believed. We were the first people to worship the Creator. Nobody else. It was us that taught all civilization. This is where it comes from. It comes from us. But then after the flood, the Creator tweaked it. He tweaked it because of the murders and killing and fighting each other. He tweaked it. And he split the world. Once disbelief came in, once disbelief started settling in us, he had to eradicate it and split the world. That's what happened. We be different and fought with each other later on. After knowledge, wisdom came to us. That's what happened. And that's why the flood happened. Other people say, oh no, the flood happened because during the dinosaur age. No, it could have been a combination of that, but it happened because of disbelief, because this entity was teaching a portion of our ancient ancestors of evil, and how to backdoor the Creator and dethrone the Creator. And they learned secret arts. This is an actual true fact. They learned secret arts and secret ways and action, because this entity been in here way before mankind. So he knows the in and out secrets of the universe and of the heavens. He knew certain things. So he taught mankind to actually to try to dethrone the Creator and kill the Creator. That's an actual trap, because he knew and understand that we are the Creator and the Creator's us. The Creator's not him. The Creator did not instill in them and duplicate them. That's why he was jealous. He was jealous of the human being, because the Creator, right, duplicated himself and created us and brought us into existence and gave us a piece of no beginning and no end, which is the spirit, which has no beginning and end, because the Creator has no beginning and end. But he placed limitation on us, like this physical existence, this physical shell, which has a beginning and end. This is an actual true fact. And he talks about this. He talks about it. So it is not righteous. It is not righteous that you pray. These things are not righteous. This to get your physical to obey all these things was put into place later on for mankind, because mankind physical is disobedient. Because there's a beginning and end to this, right? So being that it's a beginning and end to it, right? You only gonna do what? You only gonna chase behind the things that's here, that has a beginning and end, a very short period of time. So you're gonna do whatever you want, and he don't want that for you. So he had to place limitation like prayer, giving zakat, fasting. Fasting always been around since the beginning of time. Fasting always been since the beginning of time. We always fast. We stay in fast. This portion, our civilization, the indigenous people of the earth, In America, we always stay in fast mode. We always fast. Every day we fast, sun up to sundown. Some of us are fast for 2 weeks, for months, stay in fast mode. We always fast. So that came from us first. Then it spread it out amongst all civilizations. You understand what I'm saying? Then it was permitted for people to write down and talk. But all of these civilizations came from us first. We taught all civilization, right? Before these ways of life was called Judaism, was called Christianity, was called Islam. We already had all that. We had all of them in their original form and original text, meaning not their physical text, but we endured it and empowered it in our abilities, in our everyday lives of worshiping the Alpha Omega, the creating everything in existence, the Almighty. This is why he said, right, it is not righteous that you turn your face to the east and west. These places, if you look, he's telling you to go out to these places. Go to the east, go to the west. They are blessed lands under my protection, underneath my eye. The west is the fall of all civilization. The reason why he said the Middle East, because the Middle East is the second coming of mankind. The Middle East is the second coming of mankind. That's where all other colors develop from. But we've always been the same pigmentation. We've always been the same pigmentation, the same melanin. We never changed. Since the beginning of creation of mankind, we never changed, and we are the descendants. This is why something powerful is about you, something holy about you, something is blessed about you. And this is why it's a big campaign for you to be murdered with this sick, barbaric devil, demon, entity, devil that lurks in the shadow to murder, death, kill you. He said, yes, these places are holy, but this doesn't make you holy. It doesn't make you holy. What makes you holy, right, is your feelings for me, your love for me. Is knowing that I exist and you cannot see me, that I'm unseen to you, but you can see me through what? Through the knowledge and wisdom that I spread to you and choose you to worship me. That's what he's talking about. All of these other things is just for your physical, to keep your physical in check, to keep you in check. Yes, I'm going to question them. But it's to keep your physical in check. Do you understand that, brothers and sisters, kings and queens, ladies and gentlemen, all around the world? And I'm talking to the righteous brothers and sisters, righteous brothers and sisters. And I'm talking to the people that's not righteous, that's not living the righteous life, that basically have some doubt. But this here to clear a lot of things for you, to open up some doors for you and some light upon you, so that you can do what? So that you can elevate yourself and find out and know who exactly you are. I just told you who you are. All of these ways of life that is the second coming of mankind came from us, the original form, first. We are the first Muslims without being called Muslims. We are the first Jews without being called Jews. We are the first Christians without being called Christians. That these names came later on in life. Our titles are called the uplifted God right ones that worship the Alpha Omega, and did not associate partners with him, and know that there is only one, and that's it. He has no father, he has no mother, he has no daughter, he has no son. He doesn't have anybody, right, that he partner up with. So this is the correct understanding, that you do these acts is because it's incumbent upon your physical, and it makes your physical become in line with the Alpha Omega, the creating everything existing, because your physical has a beginning and end. And when your physical has a beginning and end, it tends to drift off and want to do its own thing, because it has a short period of time upon this earth. It's not going to be there. So either you're going to wreak havoc, or you're going to place greatness upon the earth when you exit and go to the afterlife. That's up to you. This is how deep it gets, brother. So I want you guys to have an amazing Friday. Today is Fish Friday. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's right. Thank you so much. This is one of the dopest channels out right now on YouTube that is improving our condition, improving our spirituality, improving our way of thinking, encouraging us for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, right? And to further get to the existence where we're supposed to get to. I want you to increase your understanding. Increase it, increase it, increase it, increase it. That's right. So it is not righteous that you turn your face to the east and west, but it's righteous that you believe in the Almighty, and you believe in the last day, and you believe in the angels, and you believe in the books, and you believe in the messages. We believe in all of them. Even though we was the first of all of that. We was the first prophets, the first messengers. Even before that, he brought the prophets and messengers among this bloodline. It came from us. It's an actual true fact. This is why you got to pay homage to the West, to the West. That's an actual true fact. And we stand on business over here. We was never no slave. We always fought. We always fought. Like we are doing right now. It's an actual true fact. Peace, y'all. You have an amazing Friday. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace.